Savannah Chrisley explains her suicide attempt. Savannah Chrisley is opening up about her personal struggles. Savannah Chrisley has opened up about some of the problems in her life, including a frightening suicide attempt, in addition to disclosing why her family buried some of their darkest moments. In my teenage years, I tried committing suicide, and it was due to a multitude of things, but also the things people would say, Savannah said on her podcast, Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley. She said she had a difficult time coping with the hatred she received while her weight fluctuated due to endometriosis. I've always been on the skinny side. When you're on TV, you think to yourself, I need to look beautiful at all times. And I began taking this drug. I really gained 40 pounds in 3 months because of my endometriosis, and people would just come at me like, it looks like you ate yourself, or it looks like you ate one too many cheeseburgers, Savannah explained. I just thought, I can't do this anymore. And there were so many occasions when I just kept running and running and running, and then you get to a point where you're like, I can't run anymore, and I also can't deal with feeling how I feel, Savannah remembered in the heartbreaking update. She did, however, reveal that her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, kept things quiet. We did such a good job hiding it. The producers were unaware. No one knew anything, she revealed. My father is a very proud man, and growing up, especially on TV, it was like, we don't talk to therapists. We communicate with one another. That's exactly what you do. Nobody on the outside needs to know anything about our affairs. Savannah said that after attempting suicide, she underwent an intense rehabilitation program that changed her life. It was a game changer for me, she explained. It was eventually the point at which you realized, hey, I need help. That was my catalyst for disintegration. Being at your lowest point ever, okay, I can start to be who I want to be. Unfortunately, Savannah continues to face backlash on social media. People don't realize the power of their words, and even throughout this legal issue that we've gone through, the things that people have said, I'm like, how can you say that to a child? She remarked on the show. Savannah seemed to be apprehensive about how her brother Grayson will react to his time in the spotlight. Grayson, he started watching TV when he was 5 or 6, and it's sort of painful to watch him because he's such an adult at 16, Savannah said. With what my parents are going through, and witnessing him go through it, I look at it sometimes and think, you are not a kid. He says things that make me think, and I'm like, this is not a normal 16-year-old. He didn't have a normal childhood, and now he's in treatment. He's working on it, but you grow up so quickly, she said. Savannah Chrisley, Todd and Julie Chrisley's daughter, wrote an interesting Instagram post after the news of their imprisonment surfaced. Noah did not stop building the ark to justify himself to everyone who doubted and despised him, the couple's 25-year-old daughter explained. Continue to construct your ark. The rain will speak for itself. According to Us Weekly, the comment came from Pastor Kimberly Jones and was posted just hours after her parents were sentenced to prison time. To summarize, Todd and Julie were found guilty in June 2022 of conspiracy to conduct bank fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and tax fraud. According to reports, this was due to Todd presenting bogus paperwork when asking for loans and Julie submitting false credit reports and bank records when attempting to rent a home in California. According to other documents obtained by People, the couple filed a joint motion for a fresh trial through their lawyers in August. The government introduced and failed to correct erroneous testimony by IRS Revenue Officer Betty Carter, who lied about the Chrisleys owing taxes or years when she knew no taxes were owed, according to the motion. This testimony had the effect of erroneously presenting the Chrisleys as untrustworthy, likely to commit additional forms of fraud, and dodging the tax payments specified in the indictment. It continued. Prosecutors requested that Todd serve more than 22 years in prison and Julie serve nearly 13 years. According to Fox 5 Atlanta, the couple's counsel naturally requested a reduced punishment. We are blessed to have the counsel that we do, and our family will stick together and walk this road because we believe the good Lord will hold our hand and carry us through, Todd said during his trial. This afternoon, the sentencing was made official in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Georgia. Todd was sentenced to 12 years in prison, while Julie received a 7-year sentence. In addition, the two will be on probation for 16 months. The couple's accountant received a 36-month term as well. The Chrisleys still have 2 children at home, but Savannah said that she now has custody of her younger siblings. I may not return home with both of my parents. That's what the possibilities are, the reality star told Page 6. That's the most likely scenario, and it's my new normal. I return home on Tuesday with custody of a 16-year-old and a 10-year-old, and we spend our first Thanksgiving together as a family. She went on to say that she'd never been away from her family for the holidays. Savannah went on to say that being the legal guardian of her brothers will be the most difficult part of her parents' court battle. I'm trying to figure out how to teach 2 younger children who aren't fully formed yet and get them to understand the situation, she explained. That is an extremely difficult task. Grayson Chrisley was recently admitted to the hospital after being involved in a car accident just before his parents' court appearance. According to TMZ, the Chrisley Knows Best star was driving on the interstate in Nashville when he rear-ended another truck. Grayson inadvertently crashed his Ford F-150 into a Dodge pickup vehicle that was stalled on I-65. It occurred approximately 5:30 p.m. according to police. When they questioned the 16-year-old what happened, he had no recollection of the mishap. He was brought to the hospital by ambulance because this could be a sign of a brain injury. TMZ received photos of the vehicles, which reveal substantial damage to Grayson's truck's front end, including a massive hole in the glass. The back of the other truck was also badly damaged. The driver of the Dodge was also injured in the accident, but he declined medical treatment.